Today I'm going to talk about managed security service. My name is Duarte and I'm the Director of Security at GoGrid. Managed security service is a new service that we're providing for our customers. It provides round-the-clock monitoring by our SOC team, our GoGrid SOC team. It also facilitates your compliance needs, be that HIPAA, PCI, or other internal compliance requirements. It also helps in change management reporting, so it can show you what changes are happening in your environment, and then you can actually search on those changes, who performed them and when, and run reports. And lastly, we also have a database that is updated daily and hourly for zero-day attacks. So what is it? What we have here is really a product called USM. It's basically a SIM that collects logs from your firewall, your Cisco ASA firewall, and also collects logs from your virtual server or your dedicated server. We install an agent. The agent actually does three or four things. One of them is file integrity monitoring. So basically what it does, it runs a checksum of key critical files in your server and monitors to see if any changes have occurred. We might not alert on those changes, but we do keep an audit trail of them. We also have a host-based IDS component and a network-based IDS component. The host-based IDS is attacks that are happening at your server from a bad guy. We're actually going to be able to monitor and alert you on those things. We also do network IDS, so if the bad guys are also performing a network attack against your server or your environment, we'll be able to monitor and alert. We also collect logs from both your servers and your firewalls. And lastly, we do a rootkit analysis daily to ensure that your system hasn't been compromised and some rootkit has been installed. The way this thing works, as we mentioned, is we install an agent here, and we also install an agentless product to connect to your Cisco ASA firewall. All of these things go to the USM server. It analyzes all these different events, and if a breach has occurred or if an elevated threat is occurring, and an elevated threat is a bad guy is performing an attack against your server. Your server is an IIS server, but the attack is an Apache attack, or is attacking an Apache vulnerability. In that case, we're going to monitor, and we're going to collect that information, but we're not going to contact you in the middle of the night. However, if the bad guy is actually attacking you with an IIS server vulnerability, and your server is vulnerable to that attack, that highly suggests that this guy is going to potentially break into your server. And that's probably a call you want to receive, right? So what we'll do, the GoGrid SOC team will get that alert, we'll contact you and let you know of the event so we can help you stop the attacker from being successful in getting unauthorized access to your server or potentially creating a breach. From a compliance perspective, the way it facilitates, the way we can help you facilitate your compliance programs for both PCI and HIPAA, is that we're able to tell you the vulnerabilities on your systems, how quickly you're patching, and we keep historical evidence for that for you. And also for breach notifications and changes that are happening in your environment, because we're doing continuous monitoring, we're able to provide a report. That's a report that's done twice a month or weekly. It all depends on how often you want those reports to be published. And we actually work with you on a monthly basis to review the state of affairs in your environment and see what things we can tweak to improve your security. Well, that's managed security service in a short. Thank you.
Just tell us what you want monitored. Ping, TCP, port scanning, or HTTP GET on any of your servers. And those servers actually could be outside of the GoGrid infrastructure and on another cloud. And when we receive an